Hello all, in this video we are going to see the use case wherein I will be giving access for a user who is in another account, and he will be able to access few of the resources which is in my AWS account. Why would somebody do that? Let's take a simple example here. Let's say I'm having a company, or I'm having an account called NetClouders account, or NetClouders is the company, and I want a audit to be done on my company by let's say an audit company. Let's say it is the a ton audit company, or some audit company who is actually having an account called audit company, and I want them to do an audit and then submit the report into the S3 bucket that I have in NetClouders account. So that would be one of the example why we should grant permission. Again, we are not going to create a different user, but we will be using or the user will be created in the audit company itself, and the user in the audit company will be having access to the NetClouders account and few of the resources in the NetClouders account. So let's see how this can be done. This can be done in 3 steps. The first thing that they have to do is you have to create, of course, you need to have an account for audit company. You create a different account called audit company and create a user in that. And then you will be creating an S3 bucket. You should make sure that you have an S3 bucket ready in the NetClouders account, so that the auditor user, which is in the audit company, can upload a report into the S3 bucket. And then this is the most important step, wherein you'll be creating a role and then establish the trust. And once you do that, you will be creating an inline policy to assume role and allow access. We will see how this is getting done. And then the user, which is in the audit company, will be able to switch the account to the NetClouders account. So let's see how this can be done. So here I'm having 2 accounts. The first one is NetClouders account, which is my account here, and I'm also having another account here, which is the auditor's account. So this is the company auditor, and here if I go to the IAM, I do have a user here, one user, and the user's name is auditor001. Okay, so this is the company to which I am going to give access into the resources in NetClouders, which is my account. So let's see how this is actually getting done. One thing we want is we would require the account ID. So let's go over this step by step. Before I start, I should, as we saw in the step 1, I should make sure that I'm actually having an S3 bucket here already, so that once I grant access, the user of the audit company will be able to upload the report. So I have created an S3 bucket which is of name auditor report. So we are done with the step 1 now. So I have created the user in the audit company, and I have an S3 bucket in the NetClouders account. Now the next step, which is the important step, is where you create the role, and the role will be created in the IAM. So navigate to IAM and then navigate to the roles. In this, click on create role. Under this, select AWS account. You can see the description there: allow entities in other AWS account belonging to you or third party to perform actions in this account. So that's what we're going to do. And then select here under the an AWS account, select another AWS account, and here you will be providing the account ID, and the account ID should be the account ID of the audit company. So I'm going to copy paste here the account ID of the audit company. Here I am making sure the account ID is correct. So account ID that is actually ending with 2444, that is the account ID for the audit company. So copy that, and so here I'm actually making sure that the account ID is of the audit company. Copy paste that account, click next, select the storage policy, because I want to allow only the storage capabilities. And if you are not familiar on how to create a permission, how to create a managed or a custom customer managed policy, please see the previous video that we have already uploaded. Click next. And here we are going to give a name for the role, and let's give it the name audit role. And that's it. So this is a permission that I am actually allowing, and then here I am creating the role by which now I establish a trust between my account, which is NetClouders account, and the audit company account, which is the account which we just saw earlier, to which I want to allow the access. So now created the role. Now click on the role and go into add permissions. Click on create inline policy. Remember, this is the second step that we have to do. Click on JSON, and here you will be specifying the statement. So what we are actually going to say in the statement is the effect. That means whether you should allow it or deny it. So in this case, I want to allow, and then you will specify the action. And here the action is nothing but assume role. So this is the activity which we are doing. So in the action, put it as assumed role, and finally in the resource section, set it as the ARN, AWS, IAM, and then you will see you'll put here again the account ID, which is the account ID for the audit company, and then role slash, here you will specify that role which we just create, which is audit role. Okay, so there is a comma here, there should be colon. So this is a resource, and this is the action, and this is the effect. So with that, I am seeing an error here. So what should be the error? Let me confirm it. This is resource. Yeah, the error was it was resource. It's not resources. Then review the policy, and let's provide a name for the policy. Let's call it as audit allow policy, and then create policy. So now we have created the policy. So let's go back and then see what all things we have done. So we have done with our first task. We have created an account for audit company, and we have created a user as well. We have made sure there is an S3 bucket available in NetClouders. And then in the second step, we have created a role, which is wherein we were establishing the trust by providing the account ID of the audit company within the role of NetClouders. And then we have created the inline policy to assume the roles as well. And now we will go to the account, which is the audit account, and then see whether the audit account is able to switch and then access the S3 bucket in the NetClouders. So let's log into the audit company account. So here I am in the audit company account, which is actually ending with 2444. And here, once I click, you can see I am actually having an option called switch role. Click on switch role. So here in the account, I have to first provide the account, which is the account for NetClouders, and then here we will have to provide the role, which is audit role. That's what the name we have provided, if you remember. And then we need to provide a display name. Let's provide it as auditor, and then click on switch roles. And here, IAM, you don't have access, but most important thing is where you are you able to access this S3 account? If you see here, I have got access to the S3 bucket, which is auditor report, and right now I am inside the account of I'm inside the account of NetClouders. See, it shows as currently active as audit role, and signed in as blah blah blah. Which from which account ID I'm actually coming, and you can also see that auditor report, which as you can see I've logged in from the account of audit company, and then I can actually log in into the logging into the account of NetClouders. All these things without creating the user in the NetClouders. And here I can come in under the bucket, and if I want to upload something, I can actually add that file. So here, as per our use case, what we wanted to do was we wanted the audit company user to submit or upload the report that of whatever auditing they have actually done. So I can actually do that right away here, and I'm actually having the permission to upload it. So that's it. Again, other permissions of the IAM and other stuff can be controlled with the roles, which we have already covered in a different video. And I can actually come here and then say switch back, which will take me back to my account, which is my account in the sense, which is the audit company account, and I can go back to the other account anytime when I say switch role. So that's about it. We'll come up with a different video with a new lesson next time.